Hi everyone, it's mic check time. How are you doing? Can you give me a little thumbs up if you can hear me? And see you in a little bit. here. Oh, my hair's wet. I've only just got out of the shower. Are we all right? I tell you what, I've cut it close tonight. I had like 3 minutes left. Anyway, it's a great one tonight. It really is. It's really some really good questions and some good stuff tonight. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so the boring bit before, yeah, flux capacitor broke. Neil, don't be naughty. My name is Dave. If you've not played the quiz before, I host the quiz, and it lasts about an hour. It's as you probably can tell already, it's intended to be fun. It's really not the hardest quiz in the world. It's out of 65, but we do a semi kind of guarantee that you'll get 30 out of 65 reasonably easy, but there are some tough ones towards the end, as you will see, and I do think it's slightly harder than last week, but I always say that, don't I? And it turns out not to be. There's two ways to play. You can either, there's an entry form you might have seen pinned to the description. It's also at the top of the Facebook page on the play game button. That's where you fill your answers in, so please do not, under any circumstances, write the answers in the chat. If you don't want to do it straight onto the form, you can simply get a pad of paper, get a bit of paper, get a pen, write the answers down on pen and paper. Hi, Denise. Write the answers down on pen and paper, and then make sure you transfer them across to the form later. You've got an hour when the quiz finishes, so 10 o'clock the form closes, to submit that form, and it probably only take you about 5 or 10 minutes to note the answers down in the form. It's well worth doing that because I mark the quiz completely for you. You don't have to do anything, and by 3 o'clock tomorrow at the very latest, there is a league table of everybody's score, and of course the answers to the quiz are posted before then, so it's great, dead easy. Please don't Google answers. It's pretty pointless. The only thing that's named on the league table is your team name, so no one really knows who you are apart from maybe me. Don't take things too seriously, and as I said, don't Google because it does spoil it for other people. Hi, Siobhan. We do ask for a small donation for playing the quiz. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a few quid. Amongst your teammates, all chuck a couple of quid in, make a small donation, because we are completely and very proud of this, donation-based led, and that's how we continue the quizzes. Each quiz does take, this one, 2 days. You'll see later. But I'm looking forward to this one. Dreading and looking forward at the same time, when you think something's going to go wrong. Because we're in a time machine later. So here we go. It starts nice and easy. The first 12 of your quiz are your picture round, which are on the entry form. So we're starting question 13. Here we go. By the way, each question does pop up. I read each one twice, and we post all the questions on Facebook at the end as well, in case you miss any. Here we go. In music, what's the name of the symbol that raises a note by a semitone? Is it flat or sharp? And whenever you've got multiple choice, you've got the options on your form to just click. So in music, what's the name of the symbol that raises a note by a semitone? Is it flat or sharp? Where's Toby gone? Anyway, yeah. No, she's gone. When can you call a cat a kitten? I think I'm out of the kitten stage, aren't I? Not me. No. Question 14. From which animal is gammon obtained? So question 14. From which animal is gammon obtained? If you didn't play in the last quiz, we did a tiny little survey on the form just to see where people watched the actual watching of the quiz bit. And TV came on top by quite a bit. So people have changed their habits. Around 50% of you are watching on the telly. Question 15. The phrase "tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be" is associated with which talent show? So that's question 15. The phrase "tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be is associated with which talent show? Hi, Steph. Yeah, Lisa, it seems that's the way people do it. Well, not everybody, but the majority. Question 16. Diana Ross was the lead singer of which 1960s group? Was it the Supremes or the Temptations? Don't worry, they do get harder. So Diana Ross was the lead singer of which 1960s group? The Supremes or the Temptations? Come here, Tobes. Mascot Toby says hi. Say hi, Tobes. Tablet for Kathy. Question 17. What bee is used as the outer coating on southern fried chicken? Yum. Do you know, I've had no tea and no dinner. I forgot. What have I had today? I've had nothing. A bar of chocolate, that's all I've had. I have my tea later. So what bee is used as the outer coating on southern fried chicken? Question 18. What colour is the central stripe? I don't think Mowgli's here, is he? What colour is the central stripe of the French flag? Is it blue, white, or red? Danny, I think you're going to like it later. So that's question 18. What colour is the central stripe of the French flag? Is it blue, white, or red? There's certainly a couple of questions in there tonight where you'll have some good discussions, arguments. Nothing like a good, healthy argument amongst the family, is there? And question 19, not had one of these for a while. What word can go before house, moon, and tilt to make 3 new words or phrases? Denise, how dare you? Denise is watching football as well. You can't see the comments. So what word can go before house, moon, and tilt to make 3 new words or phrases? What I forgot to mention before as well is if you do make a small donation, and it doesn't have to be a lot, we, on Friday, look at that. Amy's playing tonight as well, isn't it? You get a Quizinators pen, or we do a draw for a Quizinators pen if it'll ever focus. There we go. And we're going to send those out to you. Question 20. What's the highest denomination of banknote used in the standard UK version of the board game Monopoly? The magical pen, eh? So question 20. What's the highest denomination of banknote used in the standard UK version of the board game Monopoly? The comments on the quiz, usually I do it before and after, but I'm a man, I can't do 2 things at once. So Amy's on the comments tonight. Say hi to Amy. Hi to Amy. Question 21. Excuse me. Which Olympic sport often features one player performing a bump or pass, a second player performing a set, and a third player performing a spike? Does it, Moira? I thought there was already one. Oh, Amy's getting lots of highs. I never get any highs. Which Olympic sport often features one player performing a bump or pass, a second player performing a set, and a third player performing a spike? I know you don't think Amy's real, and I make her up, but she is real. People have seen Amy, maybe not on camera. She won't come on the camera, but she is real. Question 22. In politics, what word goes before cabinet in the name of the senior group of opposition ministers? Yay! Kathy said hi, Dave. Yeah, Mark said hi. Hiya. Sorry. When we started this quiz, it was all so serious. In politics, what word goes before cabinet in the name of the senior group of opposition ministers? Yeah, we've seen her feet, Neil. That is correct. Oh, Moira, you... What's it called? No, I can't remember. What was it? Suck up. Moira's sucking up. 23. In the famous story by Robert Louis Stevenson, who was the evil one from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? So in the famous story by Robert Louis Stevenson, who was the evil one from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? And this is a perfect, see how I did that? Perfect opportunity to mention a week on Friday, we've got the Halloween, I can't wait, the Halloween quiz. It's going to be like a horror grotto in here. As I said last quiz, I've got somebody that I know in one of the pubs I used to do karaoke in before lockdown. And he's lending me all his horror stuff, all his decorations. It's got to be cool. I'm easily excited, aren't I? 24. In the film The Lion King, what's the name of the hornbill who advises Simba? And there's a tiny clue on your form as well for that one. In the film The Lion King, what's the name of the hornbill who advises Simba? And there is a tiny clue on your form. $25. Which Asian country's flag features a yellow star on a red background? Is it South Korea, Vietnam, or Thailand? Oh, Kathy, they'll be dressing up, don't you worry. Already got the costume sorted. Very excited, can't wait. Wish it was tomorrow. Which Asian country's flag features one yellow star on a red background? Is it South Korea, Vietnam, or Thailand? Kathy, I hope you dress up too. And I want pictures. By the way, you can send pictures in, not just for my benefit, but partly. Sounded weird. You can send pictures in and we put them in a little album on the Quizinators site. It's great, you know, even if you're just taking a picture of you doing the quiz and whatever. People are nosy, aren't they? They love it. 26. What commonly used item do British people call an American billfold? Yay, Kathy's dressing up. Yeah. What commonly used item do British people call an American billfold? Amy's just said hello to Mark about 20 minutes later. Question 27. I've never been to one of these. The restaurant chain Wagamama serves food based on which country's cuisine? So the restaurant chain Wagamama's serves food based on which country's cuisine? Go for it, Kathy. If not, get a piece of paper, roll it up, and you can be a witch. I try my hardest. Question 28. By law, ooh, this is going to cause a discussion, isn't it? By law, do speed vans have to be visible at all times in England? So by law, is that yes or no? So by law, do speed vans have to be visible at all times in England? Yes or no? I put England because I wasn't sure about other. Just imagine the discussions at home now. Yeah, speed camera vans, Lisa, correct. Speed camera vans. We all love them, don't we? Tracy Neville, sister of the footballers Phil and Gary Neville, coached the England team in which sport when they won gold at the 2018 Commonwealth Games? So 29, Tracy Neville, sister of the footballers Phil and Gary Neville, coached the England team in which sport when they won gold at the 2018 Commonwealth Games? And here we go. Are you ready? Because if you've not played before, question 30, we have an anagram. We just play a little stupid game in who can say they've got it first in the chat. But please don't write the answer in the chat. I think it's a hard one, this one. I really do. We have to see. Clue is he's best well known for being a singer. So here we go. Anagram, jumbled up word, orchard geek. Best well known for being a singer. No way, Marie, really? That was well quick. That was like instant. Really? And my God, Tracy's playing. Hi, Tracy. What time is it there? Tracy's playing. Okay, we're going to go back through the first 18. Tracy's in China. Ooh. Question 13. In music, what's the name of the symbol that raises a note by a semitone, flat or sharp? 14. From which animal is gammon obtained? Just going back through the questions. Of course, they're posted on Facebook at the end as well. The phrase, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be, is associated with which talent show? Siobhan's got it. 16. Diana Ross was the lead singer of which 1960s group? The Supremes or the Temptations? Forgot a capital there. Question 17. What bee is used as the outer coating on Southern fried chicken? Marie lied. Oh, Julie's got it. What bee is used as the outer coating on Southern fried chicken? Did I put French? Colour is the central stripe of the French flag. Blue, white, or red? Question 19. What word can go before house, moon, and tilt to make 3 new words or phrases? And question 20. What's the highest denomination of banknote used in the standard UK version of the board game Monopoly? Question 21. Which Olympic sport often features one player performing a bump or pass, a second player performing a set, and a third player performing a spike? Used to like playing that. 22. In politics, what word goes before cabinet in the name of the senior group of opposition ministers? They did get it, really. In the famous story of Robert Louis Stevenson, who was the evil one from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Oh, Tracy's not playing. She's just woke up and she's just jumped on to listen to my voice. Hi, Tracy. 24. I'm just reading it in the film Lion King. What's the name of the hornbill who advises Simba? There's a clue on your sheet. 25. Which Asian country's flag features a yellow star on a red background? South Korea, Vietnam, or Thailand? 26. Nice to see you, Tracy. Kind of. What commonly used item do British people call an American billfold? 27. The restaurant chain Wagamama serves food based on which country's cuisine? 28. By law, do speed camera vans have to be visible at all times in England? Yes or no? 29. Tracy Neville, sister of the footballers Phil and Gary Neville, coached the England team in which sport when they won gold at the 2018 Commonwealth Games? And 30. Orchard Geek. A few have got it, not perhaps as many as usual in the chat anyway. And best well known for being a singer. Okay, so next bit, I've put catchphrases in the next bit as they're so popular. So you've got 5 catchphrases, a little bit trickier, I think, than usual, perhaps. Say what you see. See you in a minute.
Here's a song everybody knows. Yeah, we all know how it goes. 'Cause it's the song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop scruffle for ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip it dip it doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang noodle doodle sing sang. Yeah, I said noodle doodle sing sang. He said noodle doodle sing sang. Here's a song everybody knows. Yeah, we all know how it goes. 'Cause it's the song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Come on and sing, come on. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop scruffle for ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip it dip it doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang noodle doodle sing sang. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop scruffle for ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip it dip it doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang noodle doodle sing sang. Yeah, I said noodle doodle sing sang. Yeah, he said noodle doodle sing sang. Yeah, there's a song everybody knows. There's a song everybody knows. Yeah, we all know how it goes. We all know how. 'Cause it's the song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Come on and sing. Come on.
Sing, sing, sing-a-dingy wing ding. Doo-dah, squeal diddle hoo-ha.
Yeah, there's a song everybody knows. So come on and sing. Flim flam doodle bottle flip flop beep bop scruffle for ding dang willy wally bing bang tick tock peekaboo hip it dip it doodle doo fizzle does a cling clang.
Forgot to change that over. See, I told you I was 3 minutes in. You didn't believe me, did you? Forgot to do that bit. Okay, so next bit is the music round. There's 5 of these. There's just one in that there's 2 singers. You're looking for the boy band on that one. I think the backwards one's quite difficult. We shall see. See you in a little bit. By the way, it's the name of the artist and the name of the song on these.
And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. But there's no one. Don't you feel like a cry in the night? But there's no one. Don't you feel like a cry? What I gotta do to make you love me? What I gotta do to make you care? What I gotta do to make you love me? What I gotta do to make you care?
Did you get the backwards one? Hard to that, wasn't it? I love the Dirty Dancing tune. I love it. It's one of my favourite songs. That really like it. What I should have also mentioned before. Do you think, Kirsty? I thought it was a bit harder, that one. A lot of them do that, don't they? Steve got it as well. If the internet does go down for any reason, all you have to do is reset, refresh your page, and I'll be up within 1 or 2 minutes on a different feed. But hopefully, fingers crossed. And if you need to replay anything like the catchphrases or the music round, you can do that by rewinding the video after the quiz. The quiz has to end before you can rewind the video, but you can replay it. So great. Thank you. We've had 3 donations already, but please keep in mind, we are asking for a small donation for playing, because we're going to have a short break now. I'm going to put the link on the bottom for you, because that is how we keep running. Each quiz does take 12 hours plus to implement and so on. So please make a small donation for playing. Right, break time, so you can get yourself a drink and a chip butty if you're very traditional, and you can make them in 10 minutes. On this side, the questions that I've read out will come up. And on this side, we've got something different again. What I've done is I've chosen the 3 most popular surnames in different countries. Now, you have got multiple choice options on your form. They're also on the screen as well. There's 10 to choose from. You've got to name the country that those surnames are the most popular 3 surnames in. A little bit different, but it is multiple choice, that one. I'll see you in about 10 minutes time when we go on a little trip. I am very excited about this. And the questions do get slightly harder as well. See you in a little bit. Yay, Danny, I love it. We're in the TARDIS. Steve just got the anagram. Nice one. Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh yeah, there you are. There. Okay, so a little bit of fun. We do always do this, and we go somewhere different. We're in the TARDIS. Don't worry, we do keep the questions. We don't want to go niche, so we do keep the questions vaguely related to the subject. Look at Danny. So Danny, I'm sorry you're not getting 5 Doctor Who questions, but you might get 1, Danny. You might get 1. Okay, so here we go. Toby would like this, wouldn't she? Couldn't be trusted there. So here's your Doctor Who question, Danny. By the way, Lauren, thanks for that little note. Lauren singing along to the songs. I love it when people write little notes. It's nice. So question 46. Which device or instrument was used to help create the iconic sound in the original Doctor Who theme tune? Was it a theremin or a wobulator? So question 46, which device or instrument was used to help create the iconic sound in the original Doctor Who theme tune? Was it a theremin or a wobulator? A multiple choice. Danny best get that right. Ooh. It's quite nice in here. Quite like it. No Chewbacca though. "47. Which of these 2 geological periods came first? The Jurassic or Cretaceous period?" That's 47. Which geological period came first? Nice one, Moira. She says it's Toby K9. Which geological period came first? The Jurassic or Cretaceous period? Have you got the Doctor Who question, Danny? He's Doctor Who mad. Every quiz. Doctor Who questions. Question 48. What name describes the period from 1837 to 1901 in the UK? So lots of scope for questions, isn't there? What name describes the period from 1837 to 1901 in the UK? Danny, are you allowed cans of Coke if you're in the TARDIS? Two to go. 49. Dean Stockwell played Al in which popular TV time travel show? The font hasn't got inverted commas, just noticed. But it mustn't have it on the font. Dean Stockwell played Al in which popular TV time travel show? No Coke. Okay, no Coke. No. Doctor Who drinks tea? Really? Okay. I'd shout Amy, but I don't think she'll hear me because I'm, you know, in the TARDIS. Me too, Neil. I absolutely did. And I tell you what, the bad thing is, Neil, if you watched it again now, it would probably not be what we imagined it to be. I remember getting the series of one of the series of Knight Rider ones, the DVD. Rubbish! But I remember it being so good. So Dean Stockwell played Al in which popular TV time travel show? And question 50. On Instagram, users' stories last for how long before being archived? Is it 6 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours? So that's question 50. On Instagram, users' stories last for how long between being archived, before being archived? 6 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours? Oh, I'm glad you like the questions, Murray. Very different, aren't they? Do you know what, Anne? Anne says Kung Fu was a total disappointment second time round. What's Kung Fu? Should I really know this? We have to keep everyone happy, Marie, but as long as you're happy, that's good. Okay, so what's going to happen now? This is what I normally do after we've been somewhere. Obviously, I've got to get back home from the TARDIS. So I'm going to put a recap of the 5 questions on the screen just for 30 seconds a minute whilst I get back. I was going to say jet back home, but I'm not doing that. Whilst I get back home, and I'll see you with the harder questions in about a minute. Bye-bye. And we're back. Hiya. Yeah, I can't believe not seeing that. Am I missing out? Am I missing out? Okay, so here we go. We've got 5 slightly more difficult questions for you. Always try and do them so you can have a stab at most of them. And as we said before, please don't Google. It does spoil it for the people. This is interesting. So question 51. According to Statista.com, has the annual spam email rate been increasing or decreasing in the last 8 years? What do you think? So according to Statista.com, has the global annual spam email rate been increasing or decreasing in the last 8 years? Anne's like, have I been missing anything? Anne's like, no, not at all. By quite a bit, that as well. How I think of looking these questions up, don't know. Interesting. Question 52. The aniseed flavoured spirit, ouzo, has a protected designation of origin that allows just 2 countries to make it. One is Greece. What's the other country? So that's question 52. The aniseed flavoured spirit, ouzo, has a protected designation of origin that allows just 2 countries to make it. One is Greece. What is the other? Don't forget, on Friday, we're doing the draw for that pen again. I like that. I liked it when we did that. So everyone that makes a donation gets entered into a draw. We do a little spinny thing here, and then we post it off. I'm posting Amy's tomorrow because she's confirmed her email address this morning. Well done, Amy. Question 53. The ozone layer is part of which layer of the Earth's atmosphere? Is it the troposphere, the stratosphere, or the mesosphere? I nearly did it, didn't I? I nearly got there. So the ozone layer is part of which layer of the Earth's atmosphere? He does but try, doesn't he? The troposphere, the one on screen, the stratosphere, or the mesosphere? Thanks, Kathy. I just spilled Coke on my top. '54. Where do arboreal animals spend the majority of their days, of their lives? In trees, in caves, or in rivers and streams? That's 54. Where do arboreal animals spend the majority of their lives? In trees, in caves, or in rivers and streams? What pandemic am I causing? Chris says, I'm working on a vaccine for the pandemic I'm causing. What pandemic am I causing? What am I doing? Question 55, last one of the harder ones. They're easy if you know them, aren't they? In the human skull, what's the more common name for the zygomatic bone? So in the human skull, what's the more common name for the zygomatic bone? If you don't know, worth a guess. Still waiting to find out what pandemic I'm causing. Okay, and the next bit is the wipeout. Oh my God. Chris, really? You're going to be as bad as me soon. He says, the pandemic. Okay, so it is the wipeout round. If you've not played this before, it's 2 points per question, so double the amounts of points. It can pick you up tons of points, this. There's 5 of them. But if you do get one wrong, you get nothing. So potentially losing 10 points. But you can miss them out. There's a little checkbox, and I think they're all just 2 answers, these ones. There's a little checkbox below that says, I don't want to gamble, and you simply lose the points for that particular question. Okay, wipeout rate, the last couple of quizzes has been 25%, so not too bad, but it's still quite high, isn't it? And I do think they're quite tricky, these. Please don't be tempted to Google. It's a gambling game. Here we go. 56. Which of these Canary Islands is larger? Is it Fuerteventura or Lanzarote? So you can answer Fuerteventura, Lanzarote, or you can not gamble, pressing that box below. Which of these Canary Islands is larger, Fuerteventura or Lanzarote? I like Fuerteventura, it's nice there in there. Pandemic. Good one. We've got to keep ourselves amused, haven't we? 57. Are there two? Try again. Which are there two of in the molecule of water? oxygen atoms or hydrogen atoms? Which are the two of in a molecule of water? Oxygen atoms or hydrogen atoms? "58. Which of the following Roman military units consisted of the higher number of soldiers? A cohort or a century?" So which of the following Roman military units consisted of the highest number of soldiers? Cohort or century? I can drink my Coke now because we're not in the TARDIS. Danny, does he really drink cups of tea in the TARDIS? Tell the truth. 2 to go. 59. What decade did Apple design and release their first computer called the Apple I? The 1970s or the 1980s? Just a little note as well on your form. I don't always write the exact things that are on here. I write indication words because otherwise you just know the question that's coming. No, I know, Danny, but I was asking you because you're like the Doctor Who expert in the room. We all have an expert on each subject. Oh, is it Anne that said it? David Tennant got his mojo back after regeneration with tea. Right. And the last question, unbelievably, I don't know why, but people do tend to wipe out on the last one more than the others. Question 60. Which of the following statues is taller? The Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor or Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro? That's what I mean, because on your form I've just put Liberty or Redeemer, I think. Something like that, but means you can remember which one. So which of the following statues is taller? The Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor or Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro? My God, that's gone quick in my head, that. I really enjoyed it. Did you have a good time? Did you like that? That is the last question of the quiz. I'm just going to repeat in a second the last 10 questions for you. Of course, these questions are on Facebook in the next couple of minutes on the page. And as soon as the page goes, the feed goes down, you can rewind the video if you want to rewind the catchphrases. They were harder, weren't they, the catchphrases? If you want to rewind the catchphrases or the music bits, of course, you've got an hour to submit your form. The form closes at 10, so tons and tons of time to do that. Please, please, please make sure that you make a small donation. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but otherwise we won't be able to carry on because that's how I'm spending the time. It's my full-time job. A small donation for your team to play. No, Chris, very good question. The mountain does not count on Christ the Redeemer. No. Good question. I'm just going to go back through the last 10 for you. So according to Statista.com, has the global annual spam email rate been increasing or decreasing in the last 8 years? Of course, your league table will be out before 3 o'clock tomorrow. The aniseed flavoured spirit Ouzo has a protective designation of origin that allows just 2 countries to make it. One is Greece, and what's the other? Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Siobhan. Thanks, Moira. Yeah, it's all fun, isn't it, Moira? The ozone, we don't take ourselves too seriously. The ozone layer is part of which layer of the Earth's atmosphere? The first one, the second one, or the third one? Thanks, Denise. 34. Where do arboreal animals spend the majority of their lives? In trees, in caves, or in rivers and streams? Thanks, Steve. Thanks, mate. Question 55. In the human skull, what's the more common name for the zygomatic bone? Do you know, I've seen emojis that much, I'm starting to turn into one. Unbelievable. Then we've got the wipeout round. Which of these Canary Islands is larger, Fuerteventura or Lanzarote? 57. Which of the two are in a molecule of water? Is it oxygen atoms or hydrogen atoms? Thanks, Kirsty. Thanks, Kathy. Which of the following Roman military units consisted of the highest number of soldiers, cohort or century? 59. What decade did Apple design and release their first computer called the Apple I? 1970s or 1980s? Oh, thanks, Craig. Thanks, mate. You never know. There's quite a few multiple choice that you might spring lucky on. Thanks, Marie. And the last one, it's not the height of the mountain. Very good point, Chris. Which of the following statues is taller, not taking that into account? The Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor or Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro? If I stood on the sofa, I'd be 7 foot tall. Nearly. Thanks, Neil. That's the end of the quiz. We are back on Friday. Of course, we'll do the draw for the pen then as well for Friday for another great quiz. It's only another week until the Halloween one. I cannot wait. I really can't. I'll see you later. Thank you for joining us. And if you're not going to bed right now, people go to bed at 9. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you later.